Okay, mathematicians. So here are some examples that I used in my work that I'm wondering if any of you guys also use similar strategies. But the bigger thing as I'm going through these, I want you to think what's the same and what's different between these strategies. Am I showing them in a different way? Am I using different representation? I want you to really closely look and think because there are a lot of similarities between these. So up top, you can see I showed that picture representation. Here I have the 356. Here I have the 377. And what I started to do, and I'm wondering if you can see this too, I started to group those ones, those tens, and those hundreds. So when I grouped the hundreds, I found that I had 600. When I grouped my tens, I realized I had 120. So that's definitely over the normal tens, and I'm realizing that this 100 is eventually going to be regrouped into my hundreds. And here when I group my ones, I had 13, which is over the 10. So I know that I'm going to have to shuffle that 10 over into my tens and regroup as well. So down here, this is when I moved into my equations. So I have the 600, and then I did jump that 120 because luckily 600 is that friendly number. So I knew 600 plus the 100 was 700, and then I could add that 20 on top. Then here, this is where I did split my tens, or my ones, I mean, into a 10 and that 3. So here I did have 720 plus 10 is 730. 730 plus that extra 3 is 733. Here is step 2, or representation number 2. I'm wondering if you can see what I did. Here's my 356 and here's my 377. So looking to see, I decomposed into my place value, my hundreds, my tens, and ones. And here I added my hundreds together. Then I added my tens together because as you can see, I have that 50 and that 70. I got it to 120. Then I added my ones together, that 13. 600 plus 100 is 700. So I broke that 120 into the 100 and the 20 and kept adding. And then from 720, I was just able to add all those 13 together to make 733. Here, I used a number line instead of equations. Starting at my bigger number, 377, I jumped that 300, I got to 677. And then I really wanted to use landmark or friendly numbers. So as you can see up here, I started to break down my tens into 20 and 30, and my 6 I did doubles, 3 and 3, because 7 plus 3 I know is going to get me to that landmark number, so I got to 680. Then I wanted to get to another landmark number. I got to 700 by jumping the 20. Then I jumped my 30 to 730, and then I was able to jump that last 3 to 733. So the question was, are there enough juice boxes? And looking back, there are 722 kids, and there were 733 juice boxes. So I wrote, yes, there are enough juice boxes because there are 733 boxes, which is more than the 722 students. And here I use that comparison. 733 is more than 722. Here's my answer, 733. And then here's a bonus challenge for you. How many more boxes are there than students? How many more boxes are there than students? So feel free to turn your paper over. You can work on the back.